Hey everybody. So something new this week, we're gonna dip into a game I've never actually played before. I think at best I might have tried maybe a minute of it just to make sure it worked after the old translation patch days. I'm gonna try Romancing SaGa 3. I've got very minimal interactions with the Saga series. I maybe played, I don't know, a tiny bit of the GBA Final Fantasy Legend at some point. But even then, it would be pretty minimal interaction overall, I'd say. I think the most interaction I've had with the series is just Saga Frontier, way back when. So this will be a pretty new experience. I don't know much about how the systems work or any of that, so we'll see how it goes. Once every 300 years, the rise of Morastrum, an event where the dark star blocks out the sun, threatens the very existence of our world. All born in that year are doomed to perish before its end. Whether man or beast, none have a chance at survival. Morastrum. However, there came a time when a soul child did survive. He was entranced by the power of death, using it to conquer the world. He came to be known as the Archfiend, opening the Abyss Gates and unleashing the Sinistrals, the four lords of the Abyss, yet one day he simply vanished. From that time on, the Sinistrals crushed the world under their heel. Another 300 years passed, and again a child defied fate. She did not give in to the same powers that controlled the Archfiend and came to be known as the Matriarch. Okay, I guess I won't read the rest of that. It has been nearly 2 decades since the previous rising of Morastrum, and 300-odd years since the appearance of the Matriarch. Humanity now stands at the fulcrum between hope and despair. Will there be another child of destiny? Will the child be righteous, evil, or another force that the world cannot fathom? I kind of wish more things made you push the button to move on, so you had time to actually read them out. But it's just a minor pet peeve I have with games. They do it way too often, even the ones I really like Yakuza. I've got a map. Bunch of characters, I don't really know who they are. I believe this is the opening to Star Wars, The Force Unleashed, or whatever it was. The first of the new trilogy. Green-haired gal visiting a dragon. Golden dragon. I can't tell if this is like the opening of the game or if like I thought I hit a button when I switched over, but that might be just it going back to the opening little cutscene thing. Because it's weird that it's showing game footage. I'm gonna hit a button. Okay, that's what I figured. Start game with previous data? I don't have any, so no. Let's see. We recommend having additional content. I mean, I guess might as well. I don't know if there's any specific feel that we want out of this. I guess we will go with the first character, because I don't know who any of these guys are yet. We'll go with Julian. I don't know what any of this means. The Warrior Star sounds good. Sword? I'm going to assume that's fine. Looks like the coast is clear. There's a storm a-coming. I'd trade monsters for lightning any day of the week. Sis, why do the monsters hide when there's lightning? I guess the same reason why cute little puppies do too. I knew there was a reason I called Sarah cute as a puppy. Let's get inside before it starts raining. I mean, the pixel work's really nice looking so far. I mean, I know this is the touched-up version of the old Super Nintendo game. As I am playing on the Steam version, in case anybody's wondering. No, your legs cannot give out. I've got to reach him. I know, Artax, he's losing hope. He's gonna fall into the swamp. You never want to see Artax go in that swamp. It's just a traumatic experience for everybody. It's fine though, just leave him in the rain. He's not even going to attempt to get into shelter or anything. And she's gone. Welcome, young heroes. Man, it's really coming down out there. Doubt we'll have to worry about goblins so long as this keeps up. Tom, you mind if I talk to Ellen? By all means. Sarah, why don't you come with me? I could use your help rustling up something to eat. Pardon us, sir. Permit us run of your kitchen. Ellen, I heard a ship from Yarmouth docked in Mules. Okay. So what? I mean, they should have a load of rare stuff, right? Come on, why don't we go have a look? I bet we can find something you'd like. I don't mind going with you, you know, as friends. Because that's what we are. I mean, sure, maybe we used to play house when we were kids. I feel like I'm joining this game in progress. It's a very weird opening. But that's all in the past. Someone, please. I need a horse. You okay there, miss? It's no time to be running around outside. I have horses, young lady. Do yourself a favor and stay out of it. That young lady is sister to the Marquise of Loan. Isn't that right, Lady Monica? It must be something serious to find you in this tiny village run off your feet in sopping wet. None of my business, if you ask me. Lady Monica? The Marquise's sister here in such a storm? Then that's all the more reason. We should help rather than turn our backs. It's a very weird place that it cuts off there. Lady Monica, what happened? I need to get a message to my brother Mikhail. Please, I must not delay. Hey Pops, can you lend us some horses? You're going to charge headlong into a forest overrun with monsters in the middle of the night? No one's that stupid. If she says we gotta go now, then we gotta go now. He's right. You're no good if you go by yourself. I'll come too. And how about you, mister? You bark out a tough game, but is your bite just as tough? I hope you at least have an idea about what's going on here. It's in the 3 months since Marquise Fran's passing. There's been trouble with Mikhail's ascent to power. Someone wants him out. While he's away from the castle is when they'll strike. They won't see a single aurum for your efforts, or you won't see a single aurum for your efforts if they're busy burying him next to Franz. And Missy here appears to be without her purse. That would never work until I get paid. The House of Loan must protect the people of this land, as if they were family. It's time we repay their efforts in turn. Sir, you seem like you'd be quite capable. I've got no money, but I do have heroes, or I do have horses, rather. Would that interest you at all? Horses? I suppose that'll do. Are you two coming? Julian, I'd be happy to be of assistance. Tom, I knew I could count on you. Sis, I'll go too. Oh, no you won't. You stay here. Why are you treating her like such a child? Because she is a child. I mean, she's my little sister and I'm worried about her. Spare me the family history. Just make up your minds. All 4 of us will go. Thomas. Very well then. By my blade, the Kazimin. Kamzen? I swear no harm shall come to you as we travel. Did you say the Kamzen? That means you're the legendary tornado. Yes, someone called me that before. But the name is Khalid. I'm Julian. Ellen Carson. And I'm her sister Sarah. I'm Thomas Bent. It is my good fortune to make your acquaintance. I am Monica. That's all well and good, but first, Lady Monica, you should rest. Eat, recover your strength, and we will depart at dawn. No, there isn't time. We must make haste. Absolutely not. You wouldn't last 10 minutes in your condition. A good night's rest will enable us to make swifter progress tomorrow. Be sure to guard Lady Monica closely. You can leave the monsters to me and my sword. Okay. I assume I want to fight things rather than avoiding battles in this? There's a lot to sort of figure out, but so far it seems pretty cut and dry. HP increased, axe and club level up. SP increased. I guess we'll just try to fight everything. Stick with stuff that doesn't cost anything at first. I don't know if it's gonna move on to the next enemy if you kill one. Okay. Decent damage from enemies. I don't know if we have any healing ability right now. Attack with your saber, attack with your sword. Use medicine to recover HP, okay. It doesn't seem like it has any cost, so I will just go for it. Or maybe that's, I have a limited amount or something. It doesn't matter. Fight ended before I had a chance to use it. Okay, well, it looks like you can see all the enemies on the map, so I mean there's that. Formation broke. I guess because he's not ahead of everybody. I still need to heal you, so you get to do that. I guess the number is how many uses you have? I remember the Game Boy game there sort of worked into that functionality of every weapon and every other thing had limited uses. Which is kind of an annoying system in a way, but it might work out once you get used to it. Being one-shot by the opening enemies is a little rough. What is it? LP, I'm assuming, is life points and you get revived after being knocked over. Is there any way to bring those back? And you can just save whenever. Kind of feels like a system where, and I understand this is the third game, and maybe you're expected to have gone through the other ones, But they could have used a little bit of a sort of a tutorial bit going into it. Knee split attack. Okay, you learn attacks randomly. I think that's the problem a lot of people had with SaGa Frontier as well, is that you sort of just spend it going, what the hell's going on? I have no idea what's happening. Attack and stun the enemy with your sword. Oh, look, I mean, this seems to have no other cost, so I might as well use it. Like the attack by doing thing is kind of similar to Final Fantasy II in a way. But I mean, you still have that air of, you know, I vaguely know what's going on with 2, whereas this... nothing seems super clear yet. I mean, granted, it might become clearer once we get through this section, and maybe there's some NPCs that'll explain stuff. I feel like if you have a, I guess, unusual system like this, it pays to sort of guide people in, even if it's a sequel, because you never know if they're going to be coming into it late like this. Like, the reason I'm playing this is somebody gifted it to me on Steam, a viewer named Enave, I believe. So I figured, since he gifted me the game, I may as well give it a crack in some capacity or another. Give him his money's worth, so to speak. I mean, it's a very pretty game. Okay. Cool guy sunglasses do not keep over battles. You lose those after the battle runs out. That's good to know. These snakes seem relatively quick to kill. I guess focus on those for now. It's interesting that the enemy's name is Helldiver, because that's one of the enemies in Final Fantasy IV. Okay, these enemies are appearing a little bit more durable. I also don't understand what the benefit is of who you pick at the start. I mean, it might sort of either changes how the story opens, or I guess it just changes who's in your party to begin with. Okay, we got a confusion attack. That could be useful. To look to see if there's any way of healing between battles too. I assume that you can get potions and stuff eventually. Seems very random how things go in this game. Attack and paralyze the enemy with your bow. Okay, I guess this is stuff she hasn't mastered yet. I really hope they explain some of this later. Because as of right now, obviously, you know, we're giving this one episode at least. Seeing how it fits. She's down again. Hopefully there's a way to restore life points. I guess based on how this part goes, I'll decide whether or not we're gonna do this for the long haul. But we'll at least do one episode of it. Tiptoeing our way through it. Yeah, it definitely seems like it would be life points. Okay. Well, we fought everything, so I guess this is the boss. Okay, I don't know the benefit of doing that, but I will do that. Do a tomahawk with you. See if we can paralyze you. I guess we'll try the squall attack. Okay, so that's paralyzed, not confused. It's good to know that he can be paralyzed. Looks like it only lasts one turn, so we'll keep doing it. Didn't seem to do that much damage, thankfully. And again, neither do we, seemingly. I don't know why there's bubbles on the screen now. That's somewhat foreboding. Hopefully it's due to something I'm doing that's going to benefit me and not the other way around. We are using the squall attack, which seems to be rainfall based. It doesn't seem like it's making the attack any stronger. You're out of those. Alright, you can attack normal. I guess you can continue doing that. I feel like I should have picked the black guy if it was plausible. I think his name's Khalid. He seems to be significantly stronger than anybody else in the current party. Okay, first boss down. I can't believe such a strong monster would show up around here. Maybe the rumors about the Abyss Gates opening after the rise of Marastrum are true. Monica, why in the world are you here? Brother, I come bearing grave news. Godwin is conspiring to overthrow you and seize the throne. So the brute's lust for power has gotten the better of him at last. Monica, you put yourself at grave risk to inform me of this treachery. Normally I would chide your foolishness, but thank you. And these people are? Brave heroes who risked life and limb to escort me from Sinan. I am indebted to you all for protecting my dear sister. I would give you a king's ransom, but I have little to offer so far away from the palace. But I pledge to you that upon my return I will ensure that you are duly rewarded. My retinue must make haste and depart for Loan. Godwin will doubtless be waiting for us with blade drawn. Monica, I do not wish you into this. I do not wish to drag you into this any further and must insist that you stay away at all costs. Brave adventurers, you not do me one more service. I ask that you escort Monica further north to seek refuge in Poduri. Poduri? Great. First goblins, now vampires. Don't be so quick to judge the vampires of Poduri. Count Leonid has been a friend to Loan for generations. He is a trustworthy ally, more so than most humans. Monica, I trust you have no objections. If you feel it best, brother, then that is what I shall do. Of course, our friendship does not preclude him from his vampiric proclivities. Can't talk today for some reason. My mouth is dry. And I forgot to fill my water bottle. That'll be fun. You will need to make certain that Monica does not return with an aversion to sunlight and a thirst for blood. Go and make what preparations you must. Halt. Are you not the man known as the Tornado? I've been called that. How serendipitous. I ask that you stay behind and accompany me to Loan. Before you should be sufficient escort for Monica. As long as you pay me, I'll go wherever you want. The winds of fate must be stirring in my favor to have brought the likes of the Tornado into my service. Once the land has been secured, I will send a messenger. I trust you will not fail me. I left any items we could spare in your inventory. Look through them and quote what you think you'll need. Guard Monica with your life. Good luck, I'm sure you guys will be fine. Can the few of us really shield Lady Monica from harm? I sense your worry. But I have no doubts about my safety under your protection. You've already brought me here in one piece. I suppose so. And if we did it once, we can do it again. Come on, we've not a moment to lose. Okay, path to Poduri. Deals damage to an enemy in battle. Okay, both of those do that. I guess I'll give you a shield. Does that mean she's gonna be in the battle party now? You need more functionality, so I guess I will give you Celestial Dust. And you can have the Fairy Stone. You can have one of those other Celestial Dusts, and here. You can have one too. Everybody gets a Celestial Dust. You can have a... I guess you could have equipped that. I don't know if there's any negative thing that I wouldn't want that on. So you should probably have a bomb. Do you only get one each of this? Okay, everybody's LP is back, so I guess after resting at an inn or something, you get your life points back. These things were annoying, so I want to get rid of those. I want to save my SP for any potential boss fights that might pop up. I wonder if they've nerfed the enemies a little bit, knowing that you're going into this without the hard hitter there. The enemies seemed like they were doing pretty significant damage for like the first area before. this lead to a treasure or anything? Nope, it just leads to, I guess, a path but higher. At the very least, you can save at any point, so it's easy to save after every battle and just have a bit of a buffering. You receive heliotrope. Okay, what the hell's that? Recovers party's SP. Alright. I'm not certain if, like, you gain by doing specific things, or if it just sort of, you randomly get stat ups after each battle. I would assume it's based on what you're doing. Although she was just attacking normally and she got SP up, so it could easily just be RNG randomness too. ID break. Is that instant death break? You gain 1 Arums. Isn't that the money for the game? Because I think it's the first Arum we've made the entirety of the game so far. I'd assume it's generally considered a good idea to fight everything? Just for HP ups and whatnot? But honestly, I have no idea. It's not a very intuitive system, to say the least. I still find it weird that they have not even like a book that explains the mechanics of the game or anything. They just sort of throw you right into it and hope for the best. Which you can kind of understand in the NES era and whatnot, and pre-NES eras, but you'd think by the point that this game would have came out, they would have figured that shit out, you know what I mean? Attack and confuse the enemy with your bow. Okay. So she seems to get all the status affliction spells. At least so far. I think overall I prefer how Final Fantasy II does it, where you do learn by doing, but, you know, you also learn by the effect of what's done to you. And maybe that's going on here and it's just not obvious. But it certainly feels more easily visually seen in a 2. Speaking of old games, I was watching the Nintendo Direct this morning before going on stream, and I saw the ActRaiser, I think it's Renaissance, the remake of it, essentially. It looks pretty neat. I probably would have considered grabbing it, because it came out today, actually, if not for the fact that it's nearly $50 here in Australia. That's a bit more than I'm willing to dole out for something that's so relatively short. But I will keep an eye on it for, you know, Steam sales and whatnot, because if I could get it for $15 or under, you bet your ass I'd play more ActRaiser at some point or another. That a respawn? Maybe he just came down from there. I feel like I still have no idea what I'm doing and why. Which, granted, it's only been about 35 minutes into the game, but still, you would think I'd have a general idea. We got skill salts, recovers SP. I'm assuming that is skill points, since it seems to be... Ooh, there's a lot of enemies. Yeah, I guess we'll see how it plays out. The enemies do seem slightly nerfed since the first room full. Although she's pretty weak still, unfortunately. I would assume it's a game over if she loses all of her live points. I mean, I was told to protect her specifically. Although I guess his exact words were, don't let her get turned into a vampire. And theoretically, if she's dead, she can't become a vampire, so I think, you know, technically I'm in the clear. Also not certain if it recovers you to full after you lose a life point. Seems like it does, but it's hard to say. Maybe it's just that you recover to full at the end of every battle. Okay, 11 orms is better than what we had. I mean, I can't tell, because it only says your HP value. It doesn't say, like, out of what, you know. It just gives you a static number, so I assume it's refilling to that before each fight. I could be wrong, though. Man, she gets one-shotted too. Like, it's a pretty rough opening, considering. Like, most RPGs, they start you in front of a town, and, you know, you get some time to sort of build yourself up before you go anywhere. But they, you know, an end right near you. Whereas this game just seems like it's like, nah, the hell with you, figure it out. Good luck to you. You're dealing with status afflictions right off the bat, too. Well, she's down. How about I have a run command? I haven't really looked into it much. At least the status afflictions do not carry over between fights. I assume the penalty for death is simply that you do not get upgrades, because if you're not alive, you don't get a random RNG level boost at the end. At least it seems random. Maybe it's not. It's hard to tell just by looking at it, honestly. I haven't seen any treasure chest or anything along those lines either, which is kind of surprising. girl with the ponytail appears to be our strongest hitter. It's a bummer she got blinded pretty early on in that last fight. Kinda wish there was a easily done way to make yourselves more durable. I'm assuming in this game it's based on your equipment more so than getting hit though. Oop. I did not even see what that was. There's a lot of enemies though. I'll give it a crack, but I am a little nervous about this stuff. Throw a rock with hidden power to deal damage. I was trying to see who I could target with that, not actually use it, but oh well. I guess that's gone. Oh, it does hit them all. At least that'll whittle down the crowd. Rapid volley seems like could be a useful skill. Where are these snakes coming from? Or is it just, are there RNG encounters on top of the ones you see on the map? I guess it's plausible that there's a tile in the forest that's regenerating these guys? I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing, because I mean, you could use them to level, but you have limited life points, I guess, and with the girl you're protecting dying in like one hit, it's not ideal. Maybe they're hidden snakes that don't move, and that's just a way to open up a shortcut. I could see that being a thing. Probably want to kill everything just for the sake of getting as many stat ups as I can possibly get. Burlesque Slice. I mean, that's a hell of a move name. Okay, that's just one person, so unfortunately that's not going to help. Let's use Rapid Volley just to try to hit everything. Somehow missed the weakened enemy to get everything else. I'll call that a win. That's a less of a good. At least it wasn't the bottommost girl. Although I think the topmost girl did die at least once or twice already. It's kind of silly with the healing items because a lot of the times you're just dead immediately before you even have a chance to get set up to heal. guess they were just snakes blocking a shortcut. Light speed. I mean, the special moves that you, I guess, randomly learn are interesting. I still feel like I have no idea what's happening, both in battle and out of battle. But at least I can wrap my head around and bring her here. The vampires are nice. It definitely would be nice if they had literally any sort of explanation of the foundation mechanics of the game. I mean, I'll look in the menu real quick after this fight in case there's like a list of like glossary entries or something. I didn't see any though. It's not looking good. Guess you can remind yourself what everything says. And that's neat, at least. You have a reminder of what's going on in case you forget, like after saving and coming back a few days later. You can't remember, like, what you've done, what the next bit of the plot is. At least they have a reminder for that. I don't see anything related to an explanation of the mechanics of the game, though, unfortunately. Like I said, some of this stuff might feel old hat if you've played the other ones, and I have not, so... In that case, you know, anybody watching this who's a fan of the old ones will be like, come on, it's simple, you just do this and this, but... They really should still have, for newer people, some sort of explanation of how the game works early on. They very much just kind of thrust you into things and go, you'll be right, you know, you'll get there. I mean, I guess it works to a degree, but... could be done better. Looks like they're mostly done with the enemies in this section. I don't know how long this area is as far as how many screens. I haven't seen any treasure chests or anything. So, I mean, map exploration seems a little bit boring so far. But I don't know if there's eventually treasure chest or if everything's based off of drops and purchases in town or what. I know the Game Boy ones did have something along those lines of treasure chest, and like, I'm assuming this is a boss? So I'm gonna treat it like one? I don't know what feint is supposed to accomplish. Okay, you heal yourself, which is not great. That seemed like it did a pretty decent damage. That's fine, that's fine. Not missed completely, so you can do that. Stun the enemy with an unexpected move. Okay, well, that didn't do much for me. just can attack normally, I guess. Looks like none of your moves are actually connecting. Well, he's dead anyway, doesn't matter. I guess when it says you acquire it, you learn it full stop. Oh, okay, we're at the town. Well, I guess we'll go on the inn first. And I guess if anywhere is going to give me a sort of basic understanding of how the game works, it'd be around here. Welcome, can I offer you a room? Guest 5, Orms 5. Don't stay yet. Let's go to the pub. Had I only been born a woman, then the Count might give me the gift of eternal life. Vampires in the castle may be immortal, but they remain wholly unable to leave. An odd way to have peace, but it works. I believe the Count may be inviting a new young miss to join him at his castle soon. Count Leonid seems to prize the Holy Grail above all else. They say it once held the blood of the matriarch, you know. I'm readying myself for the Count. He prefers women who are sound of both body and mind. Sometimes I expect sentences to be written a certain way, and then they sort of make it oldie English styled. It throws me off slightly, because I see one word and then sort of fill in the blanks in my mind, and it always doesn't match what is written, and then I stumble a bit. Just leave me alone. Welcome to the Bloody Stake. What's the word? Count's castle rests atop the northern hill. Hey, you've got an endless parade of customers. I make out alright. Okay. None of that really was beneficial in any way that I could see, but we will move on. Tunics, leather armors. I don't know what everybody can equip is the problem. Some of them are not very durable at all. You wear a tunic, but like, can you wear stronger stuff? 4-2. I can't buy one of those anyway, so it's irrelevant to me. You're not from these lands. Here women like me must live in fear of being made into a foul creature of the night. I just know I'll be chosen next for the castle. I'll be young and beautiful forever. Oh, what a crime. Who would ever want to be young and beautiful forever? That sounds awful. Maybe. Oh, okay. Now we have not enough money for any of that, so I suppose good to know that that's there. Do enemies respawn, by the way? Well, if they do, you cannot access them. I guess that was a one-way path. Good to know. Guess we'll stay at the end just to get my LP back. Why am I expecting her to get kidnapped while we're in here? No? We're fine, surprisingly. Okay, well, we're... Presumably, I can kill something, leave, and they'll respawn. I'm gonna test that theory. Because if that's the case, grinding out is plausible. And it seems like it would be needed based on how much damage we're taking. Certainly wouldn't mind getting extra money to get better equipment, for one. Okay, so we get rid of that dog, so if I leave and come back... Okay, that dog is back. So there is certainly potential for leveling up before we go too far into things. Or alternatively grinding out levels between parts so that our lives are a little bit easier down the line. I still have no idea what I'm even doing. So, who knows? It feels at least like the game, you can eventually get to the point where it doesn't matter as long as you raise enough stats, even if you don't know what the hell's happening, you should be able to get through most stuff. Just such an awkward start to a game. And the rarity at which you get money drop, like, there's no guarantee you'll be able to get enough money to stay at the end after fighting enough things. It's really strange how this game works. So far, there's not a whole lot to the plot, just a thing has happened, we must tell my brother. Okay, now bring her here. Like, they're not doing a very effective job of grasping your attention, I guess is the best way of putting it. And again, you know, you can make the excuse of, well, it's an older game that's been remastered, but at the same time, stuff like Final Fantasy IV would have came out before this. I mean, I don't know the exact release date of this, but there's potential that Final Fantasy VI came out before this. So Square should be knowing what they're doing when it comes to storylines and RPGs and stuff of that nature, and sort of guiding you through the mechanics. But considering this one never came out in America, I got nothing. Well, I mean, it came out in America later on Steam and whatnot, but I mean like when it originally came out. It's so weird how you almost never get money drops or anything. That just seems like basic video game RPG fundamentals. Fight enemies, earn money, buy items, get upgrades, so on and so forth. I don't know, maybe I'm just not understanding how to make things draw money. Maybe there's a trick to it. It's hard to say with them not bothering to explain anything. I would assume the opening is kind of designed to where you won't have to grind too much. That would be my assumption anyway. Can I not go up here? I can only go around the whole way. I mean, alright. I mean, it's snowy. That kind of makes sense, I suppose. Yeah, you can't go up there either. Alright. But for now, that's about an hour, so we're gonna save for now. And, I'll give this another part or two, you know, just see if we can't feel our way through it, get into it. If the game doesn't grasp me by the, you know, the end of the third part, we'll probably be like, alright, we gave it a fair shot, and move on with our lives. But for now, you know, there's not a whole lot to it, honestly. At least not on paper. Just sort of seems like you're doing things and things randomly get brought up. I'm sure there's some sort of mechanical understanding that can be gotten from it, where you do certain things, you're guaranteed to get this upgrade and whatnot. But until I have that stuff explained to me by the game, or somebody who knows the game feels like letting me know how it works, I'm just gonna have to see how it goes. In the meantime, I bid you adieu, and I'll see you next week. Have a good one.